Hi there. Today we're going to practice naming angles using 3 vertices. So make sure you have this worksheet right here before we get started. Okay, so let's take a look at the top section of the worksheet. It says when an angle is named using 3 vertices, the tip is to connect the dots of the 3 given vertices in the order that they are given. For example, the figure to the right has 2 different angles that share point B as the vertex. So to distinguish between the two, we would say angle A to B to C is 135 degrees. See how I drew that purple line and connected those dots? So we would do that. ABC is 135. And then it says angle CBD is 45 degrees. So I imagined I was connecting dots, C to B to D. So that's how I knew that that angle is 45 degrees. Okay, so let's put this idea to work. Let's connect the dots to find the correct measure. We're first looking for the measure of angle B to A to C. So I make a line from B to A to C, and the measure in the middle is our answer. So this first answer is 72 degrees. Next up is FBA. So F to B to A, that brings us to 111 degrees. Next we have EAC. E to A to C is referring to 108 degrees. So it's the measure that's right there in the center of that angle. Moving on to BCD. So I connect B to C out to D. And that's referring to 141 degrees. Next we have BCA. So I connect B to C to A. So the angle measure is right there in the middle, 39 degrees. And we finish up with ABC. Connect A to B to C. So that's referring to 69 degrees. Okay, so that's how you do it. You kind of connect the dots, and whichever measure is in the middle is what we're referring to. And one thing I'd like to give you a preview of is called the triangle sum theory. And that means the 3 measures inside every triangle will always add up to, if we add them all together, they will add up to 180 degrees. So let me show you this. So if I add 69, 72, and 39 all together, let's see, that's 18, 19, that's 20. And there's 10 and 8, so that's 180 degrees. So inside every triangle, if we add all 3 angles measures together, we're going to get that number 180. Moving on to practice 2, you're welcome to try on your own or stick with me if you want to see how it's done. I would first fill in all of the question marks before you start naming the angle measures. So let's get our question marks filled in. We've given you the 111. I got that because 42 and 27 and 111 all added up to 180, like that triangle sum theory I quickly showed you. Let's get the rest of the question marks next. So moving on to this question mark here, it's a supplement to the 111. 111 plus what equals 180? So we'd have to do that math. I'll do it down here. So I would subtract 180 minus 111, and that's going to give us 69 degrees. So we're going to fill in 69 degrees right there. Next up, I would move to this pair of supplementary angles. So 42 plus that question mark, that obtuse angle there, would equal 180 degrees. So I would do 180 minus 42. And let's see, that's going to give me 138 degrees for that unknown measure. And the last one, here's another pair of supplementary angles. 27 plus this question mark would give us 180. So I would do 180 minus 27. And that gives us 153 for this unknown measure here. So fill in the question marks first before we name the angles. And now we're going to connect the dots to get the angle measure. So T, U, V is up first. So connect the dots. T to U to V is the angle 69 degrees. So I put 69 in there. Next up, TSU. So T to S to U. Okay, so T to S to U is referring to 27 degrees. That's an acute angle. Moving on, T, U, S. T to U to S. I connect those, so that's referring to the 111 degrees. Next up is RSU. R to S to U is referring to 153 degrees. Okay, STW, S to T out to W is right there, 138 degrees. And finally, STU, S to T down to U, that's right there, referring to 42 degrees. Okay, so connecting the dots is super helpful. When you move on to Delta Math, you will get some problems that look like this. Here's an example. You'll name the marked angle in two different ways. So this marked angle right here, we can name it plain old angle G. That would be with one letter. But if we want to name it with three letters, we use the connect the dot idea. So we'd go E to G down to F. So E to G to F. Or we could reverse that and we could go, let me change the color. We can start at F, go F to G to E. F to G to E. Okay, so use three letters to name it, or you could simply name it angle G. Okay, one more of those. It says name the marked angle in two different ways. We're marking right here angle D, so we have to name angle D in two different ways. So we could simply name it angle D, or if we want to name it with three letters, we connect the dots and we start B to D to E. So B to D to E. Or we could reverse that and we can go E to D to B. E to D to B. Notice that that angle D is in the center of each one of those. Okay, so you'll try that on Delta Math. Good luck.